Can you do me a favor? That is the question that I get asked all the time. I love doing favors. I love making introductions. I love helping other people. But you got to draw the line sometime. When do you draw the line? I actually don't even know the exact answer to that question. And that's what we're really going to talk about and give you my 2 cents on how to handle situations like this. And thank you everyone for posting all the great feedback we've been getting, all the people sharing on Instagram story and LinkedIn. The pod is doing better than ever. I'm going to give away my new shoe we launched with New Republic. It's called the Apollo, ultra lightweight, tensile linings. You can wear it with no socks, action leather, so it's stain resistant. It's probably one of the most innovative products we've ever made as a company. So post, share, and we'll pick a winner. And our last week's winner is Sheila. Congratulations. Thanks for supporting the pod. We're sending you your free 1 month of Membo Club. Thanks, everyone. So a question I get asked all the time is, can you please do me this favor? Can you intro me to this person? And for the most part, I don't have a problem with that, especially if it's someone I work with, a friend of mine, and I know that I can make an introduction and feel confident that, my reputation won't be harmed. I would say you ask me once or twice, I'll do it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you should, if you're in a fortunate position like myself that has a very powerful network, I built that network to take advantage of it. Sometimes I'm able to take advantage of it for myself. Sometimes I can take advantage of it for other people. And I think people don't understand or appreciate how hard relationships are to build. And, often I get asked for introductions. I get asked for favors in regarding their business, which I don't mind doing. Like I said before, I just want to make sure that that person appreciates the introduction, and then, limits the asks so that it's not an ongoing thing, right? Like we live in a society where your relationships is the most important asset you have. And for me, sometimes it does become a challenge on how to handle relationships and how to share those relationships. In a perfect world, I want to share all my relationships with everyone. The reality is, a lot of people don't appreciate that. People have short-term memories when doing favors. And that's probably the most frustrating part about doing favors. Rarely do I ask for money or any participation in a situation. So it's not even about that for me. But if I am in a position where I need a favor or a request, I don't want to hear a fucking hesitation. If there's a hesitation, you're dead to me, like dead. And that's something that I've developed over time. And I'm able to do that because many people have burned me after helping them. I have no problem helping people, and I'll continue to do it. I'm very generous with my relationships, more so than most people, because I believe in karma and I believe that it'll all come and pay back. The frustration sets in, as many of you will go through in life, is that you make these introductions, you make these opportunities come for other people, and often people are very unappreciative. And I'll tell you how I handle it. I handle it by, obviously my initial gut reaction is frustration or anger, but I actually view it as karma. And I'll sit back and look at a situation, get frustrated by it, and I'll be like, you know what? I have all these great things going in my life. I'm not going to let this person or this situation hold me back. And that allows me to go on with my day, go on with my life, go on with my business without feeling any angst or frustration. And it has worked for me. I have been patient in the hopes that one day I'll be rewarded because I did X. And most of those have never come through. But I live a very great life. I sleep damn near 9 hours a day. You don't do that when you fuck people over because you have to watch your back all the time. And my advice is continue to share your relationships, continue to use your network to help others. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is a line that has to be drawn when doing that. And that is something I've recently learned to uh, draw, because one of the biggest challenges is sometimes you make these introductions and they end very sour. And when they end sour, that is a reflection on you. The other flip side is a lot of money is made and a huge opportunity is created and you are left out. If it's not my industry and if it's not something I'm good at, and you don't value the introduction or you don't value the relationship, then maybe there's nothing in it for me, which I'm okay with. Like, we can have that conversation and be like, all good. But there's I'll give you a great example. So Taylor Offer, many of you know if you listen to group chat, recently alley-ooped me a customer for the service side of our business. And I was like, I'll give you a referral for it. I appreciate it's not easy. You gave me an opportunity and we're going to eventually make money on it. I'd love to kick you back. And he was like, honestly, I don't care. I appreciate your time, your effort, your energy, and that's enough for me. And I was like, okay, wow, that's really, really generous. That's amazing. You know what happens because he did that for me? Every opportunity I think that could benefit Taylor, I think of him first and I send it to him. And that has happened because, he's always been generous with his relationships. I've always been generous in my relationships to him. We have like a understanding that we're here to help each other in our businesses. And that's very mature. Taylor is, I think, 26 years old, and that's how he views life. And he actually got burned in a situation, and we had a conversation about that. And he felt that he needed to change the way he approached it, but he didn't. He eventually got back to the same point where he's at today, which is being very generous, but cautious. Like, there's some people that are not worthy of the introduction because they'll take advantage and they won't take care of you if something good happens of it. But, when you find that person you build that trust with, I only want the best for Taylor. I hope he's more successful than me one day. I would not be jealous. I'd be proud. I'd be proud that I got to watch him evolve. And I think that is the relationship you want to have with your business peers, is if they are jealous, if they are not excited for your success, then they're the wrong people to be around. And you'll know instantly. You could just tell in people's eyes who are not genuinely appreciative of other people's success. If you don't appreciate it, then those are people that, like, you don't want to be around. You don't want that energy around you. I also believe that there is a time and a place to ask for your cut and ask for something that you deserve because of that introduction. That might come with time because you've proven yourself as someone that can deliver results. If you just ask out of the gate, like, give me a cut, and you're like, well, you've never done anything, you have no experience in this, what's there to give you, really, right? So I think you have to earn your right to ask that question. So be cautious when you ask that, because it also does leave a bad taste sometimes in people's mouths. But you could even ask for a cut and people will still say no, and that's okay. You can still make the introduction and be happy that you're generous. You have the upper hand in life. Just remember that. Like, I know I can make an introduction and change people's lives. That is fucking power. So whether that person rewards me with money or ever does me a favor again, in my head, I know I have influence over that situation. And that's how you feel comfortable with continuing to do it. You'll get to a point in your career where an introduction doesn't even matter because you're just so successful that it won't impact your life. I know plenty of people like that introduce me to people all day, never ask me for anything, and will walk me into any room at any time, which is an amazing, they literally come to me like, how can I help you? And that's a powerful thing, powerful position to be in. And I feel like I'm there where I'm able to do that, but I'm also still in the prime years of running my business and I need help still. Like I'm not able to just give. I still need help. So I have to be a little more balanced, and I hope to be in that position where I can just help people without any strings attached all the time. That would be amazing. But, something to think about. I know it's something that a lot of people go through, get frustrated by. How do you handle and there's no right or wrong answer. Some people are very transactional and say, look, I'll make this introduction and this is what I want. Cool. At least it's up front. I respect that. Like, I'd rather just, okay, cool. I have to pay you this. Great. Then if it's worth that to me, I'll do it. If it's not, I won't do it. And I think you just have to understand how to play the game. If you're also the person asking the favor, think about the favor you are asking and be like, what is that worth to me? If I don't get that relationship, if I don't get that connect, do I care? Do I just move on and it's fine? But if I get that connect, that'll change my life, change my business. Be generous. At least offer something to somebody. You never know. That might incentivize them to really move their ass. And I think there's enough money to spread around. There's enough love to spread around, and be generous. Make sure if you're successful, you take care of the people that get you there. It is worth it. It is having a open mind to the way you run your business. The opposite of this mentality is the old school. Those people were selfish and greedy and didn't take care of people and didn't share. And that mentality, those people are getting wiped out. This new generation of entrepreneurs is free flowing with information, free flowing with relationships, and that's the future. So keep that in mind. I'd love to keep discussing this on Instagram and LinkedIn. Maybe I'll do a LinkedIn post about it and share more stories. I have like endless stories in this topics. There are very sensitive names and companies that I just cannot mention because it'll just unfortunately hurt people's careers. But like, the way people operate in this universe is such a gray area. Some people are amazing at it and some people really struggle with it. I'll tell you my weakness is I rarely ask for the cut, right? Like unless I know it's like I'm walking them into free money. And so something to keep in mind. And it's also the time and the place to do it. Like not everything is about money. A lot of times it's just about helping someone and knowing that you'll get that favor in return down the line. Good luck. We'll continue to talk about this topic because I think it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just all learning about how to handle this together.